Hey gang, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and today we're talking about headphones. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the new Galaxy Buds Plus, and we're going to be comparing them against a couple of the big players, namely our AirPods Pro and the Powerbeats Pro. So, how do Apple's two flagship headphones compare to the new Galaxy Buds Plus, the ones that launched alongside the Samsung Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, all of those headsets? So, we're going to compare all three of these guys and see which one really lines up and whether it makes sense for you, even if you're an Android user, iOS user. Everything works cross-platform, so let's dig into these guys and see really what sets them apart and which one comes out on top. Now, this is an Apple channel, so we're going to try to be as unbiased as possible, but obviously we have an affinity towards AirPods. In fact, AirPods themselves have basically a cult-like following. I would know. I'm a card-carrying member. I've upgraded from the original to the second generation to the AirPods Pro. So I have no lack of affinity towards these headphones. I use them every single day. It's insane. So I do love my AirPods, but I love headphones in general, and I have tested out a lot. So this is not something that we're going to shy away from. If there's a fault with the AirPods Pro, we're going to point it out, and we really want to highlight what's good with these as well as what is good with the Galaxy Buds Plus. They're still great headphones. Whether or not we end up liking them compared to the AirPods Pro, that remains to be seen. But they're going to be standout headphones regardless, and none of these things you can go bad with buying. Whether you want the AirPods Pro, the Galaxy Buds Plus, or the Powerbeats Pro, any of them are going to suit you well. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's start off with some of the basics of each set of headphones. We should probably kick this whole shebang off by talking about the Galaxy Buds Plus. These are the new guys in the market, and they are the successor to the Galaxy Buds. So what makes these things tick? Well, they have a dual driver design. They actually have an independent tweeter and an independent woofer on the inside of these things. They still have that pass-through audio mode, so you can listen to ambient noise around you, whether you're on a flight or walking down the street, anything like that. You can control the amount of external noise that is coming in. But they still don't have actual noise cancellation. They just have passive noise cancellation just by the silicone tip going into your ear. They do have slight wings on the back, which gives them a little bit better fit as far as moving around, so they still work for workouts quite well. They have IPX2 water and sweat resistance, which means they can withstand jets of water coming in at 15 degrees or less. So it's not as high as water resistance as we're going to see on the AirPods Pro and the Powerbeats Pro, but it is at least something. They can be charged wirelessly just by setting them on the back of your Samsung device, any of the newer phones that have that bilateral wireless charging on the back, or any Qi wireless charger at that point. And of course, there is a USB port on the back for charging them up with a cable, should you choose to go that route. These little headphones come equipped with 11 hours of battery life inside of a single charge. So inside of each of these earbuds, you'll get 11 hours of usage time, which is pretty outstanding. And on top of that, you're gonna get an extra 11 hours coming out of the charging case. So a combined total of 22 hours of listening with the Galaxy Buds Plus. So how do these guys sound? Well, we're going to go ahead and put them in and just listen for a little bit. Now, we have already paired these with our phone. We've been using them with our iPhone. They work with both Android and iOS, though you still get a little bit easier pairing process and everything when you go the Android route, the Galaxy route, rather than an iPhone. So if we play some music, we're just listening on our Apple Music testing playlist, which you can find linked in the article that accompanies this review. So this is not our only time listening. We've been listening to these for a little while now, and we can confidently say that these do sound significantly better than the original Galaxy Buds. So the Galaxy Buds didn't sound bad. They were solid headphones. They sounded better than the original AirPods, and I think these do sound better than the original Galaxy Buds. So they definitely sound better at that point. We're gonna have to listen to our AirPods again and these back to back just to kind of really feel where the differences are. But these have solid audio, significant bass going on there, really well-tuned sound. I like the way these sounds, absolutely. Following the Galaxy Buds, we have our AirPods Pro. So these are pretty much the ones to beat in the lineup. They are one of the more expensive options here. They're $100 more than the Galaxy Buds Plus are, but there's a few key differences here. First, these actually do have better water resistance. These are IPX4, which means they can withstand water and sweat from any direction coming in. So good, better water and sweat resistance on these compared to the Powerbeats, or the, not Powerbeats, both of the Powerbeats Pro and the AirPods Pro have the IPX4 water resistance, water sweat from any angle, versus the Galaxy Buds Plus, which only have that IPX2 from 15 degrees or less of water incoming on them. So better sweat and water resistance here. We also have a longer battery life total. So combined with the case, you're gonna get more than 24 hours of listening time. Whereas on a single charge, with one charge of these things, you're only gonna get about 5 hours of listening time, 4.5 if you have ambient listening mode on or noise canceling on. So you get less battery life here, but who's really going to be listening to audio for more than 5 hours or so at a time? So the fact that you're not getting as long of a battery life here is not as crucial to me. There are people who may want to listen for more than 5 hours. To me, that rarely happens, at least going between one. I can switch between the headphones and it just lasts all day. So this is never really an issue for me, but if you want the longest battery life possible in a single charge, then you have to go with the Powerbeats or the Galaxy Buds Plus. If you want the largest battery life total, go with the AirPods Pro or the Powerbeats Pro, which you get 24 hours all encompassing. Now these also, as I kind of mentioned there, they have noise canceling, so that's a big deal. If you want noise canceling, you got to go with these. The Powerbeats Plus and the Powerbeats Pro, oh my gosh, these names. Powerbeats Pro and the Galaxy Buds Plus both have passive noise canceling, which means they just seal your ear and they try to block out external noise. So this goes further in getting you actual noise cancellation. On top of that, they have a little bit of a different design for the part that goes in your ear. It's actually an oval rather than a complete circle. So I found, personally for me, these fit a little bit better. I like that oval shape of the silicone tip. It felt better in my ear. The other one is just a circle and it kind of pressed a little bit, but these don't have any wings. I did find that the wings on the Galaxy Buds Plus held on very well. So that was a really good middle ground between having the ear hooks and going just in your ear. So I kind of like the extra wing on the back that just goes up into your ear a little bit. It was a really, really great fit, and I normally don't find that many headphones that stay in super well with those round silicone tips. So it was a really great design choice on Galaxy or Samsung's part for the Galaxy Buds Plus. AirPods Pro also have wireless charging, so you can top it off with any wireless charger, or it charges up over Lightning. It includes a Lightning to USB-C cable in the box, so you can charge with any of your newer devices, AirPods Pro or your iPad Pro, anything over USB-C or wireless charger. So lots of different options here for these. As far as sound quality goes, it's really close. It's really close, and I'm not sure. It kind of almost depends on the type of music, whether I'd give the edge to the AirPods Pro or the Galaxy Buds Plus as far as audio quality. They're both really good, and the dual driver design on the Galaxy Buds is quite impressive and has some really good bass to it. So I don't know, it's really on the edge between the two. I'm not sure I can really just say which one was better. I would maybe lean towards these just because it has the noise canceling over no noise canceling or active noise canceling between the two if I was just forced to choose. Rounding out our game, we have the Powerbeats Pro. Right there, the Powerbeats Pro in all their glory. So these have been out for a while. These are basically the top of the line wireless ones over on the Beats side of things. And the big thing here is they have those ear hooks. They're going to go completely around your ear as well as into your ear. So they too have passive noise canceling. They don't actually have active noise canceling like the AirPods Pro do, but they do have the same IPX4 water resistance. They're going to be great for working out, running around. These are probably stay in your ear best because of those additional ear hooks. Sound quality is fantastic. I love the bass on these, which is pretty substantial, especially for those working out. They don't have wireless charging here, which is a little bit disappointing, especially with such a big case to go with them. And they do charge over Lightning, the same as the AirPods Pro do, and not just USB like the Galaxy Buds Plus. The last main differentiator between all three of these guys that I want to talk about is going to be the controls. So the Powerbeats Pro has actual physical controls on the buds themselves. You can press the buttons up and down. AirPods Pro have the force stem there where you can press and squeeze. Has a few different gestures that you can do to control playback, activate Siri, which also works with the Siri key phrase that I'm not gonna say and trigger all your devices right now. So you can work hands-free just like that, same with Powerbeats Pro. And then the Galaxy Buds Plus, they have like a tapping gesture you can do. Honestly, I am not a fan of the tapping gesture. I don't like it at all. It kind of unsettles the AirPod or the buds in your ear, and I don't like it. You can personalize it, which is nice, and there are more controls available. You can like, tap and hold to launch Spotify. I like the shortcuts like that you can do on the Android side of things, but in general, the tapping just bothers me. It just kind of, tapping into your ear, and I feel like they can move around a little bit. So I don't love the tapping gestures. Even the force stems on the AirPods still seems kind of finicky. The best ones are probably just the Powerbeats Pro because they're so hooked onto your ear, they're not going to go anywhere when you're pressing those buttons. So the easiest controls go here, force stem next, and then the tapping is going to be the last option there. Apple obviously went away from that when they went to the Powerbeats Pro, and I understand, or the AirPods Pro, and I understand why they did just that. So between all three of these, which one kind of wins out? Is it going to be Apple AirPods Pro, Apple Powerbeats Pro, or the new Galaxy Buds Plus? Well, so I'll say this. All three of these, again, are great sets of headphones. You can't go wrong picking up any of these. And part of the decision is going to be which platform you're using. AirPods work over on Android, and the Galaxy Buds Plus work over on iOS. But you're going to get the best experience when you're sticking to the manufacturers, when you're sticking with like a Galaxy device or you're sticking with an iPhone. Each of them kind of has different benefits that play well with their own platforms versus crossing things over. So the iOS users, we're going to lean a little bit more towards the iOS-friendly products, the Powerbeats Pro and the AirPods Pro. And I think I still like the AirPods Pro. And it's not because I'm trying to be biased, I'm trying not to be biased here. But the AirPods Pro, the way that I think they win out is by the ineffable qualities that Apple instills in these. There's so many things that are hard to mimic that you don't even kind of think about, but they make them a joy to use, and that's why users flock to these headphones. The simple things, just like how easy it is to open and the solid click of the case closing. Those things, that fidget factor, are substantial on the AirPods. Not to mention their extreme ease of use and their iCloud features, everything like that. You sync this to your iPhone, and next thing you know, it's also synced to your Apple Watch, your Apple TV, your Mac, and your iPad without you doing anything. Those things are just the little features that make AirPods so much nicer to use. They're convenient, they're easy, they're so fast to set up, their audio is great, their distance and everything like that between your phone and these is just outstanding. Their custom chipset in here is unparalleled. So even though it's kind of hard to put your exact finger on it of what makes AirPods AirPods and why it's been so hard for other manufacturers to clone, I think that we're gonna have to stick with our AirPods. But I want to hear what you guys think. This is a discussion, so let me know down below in the comments what you think, or reach me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU, and we'll chat about it and see what you like about the Galaxy Buds Plus or the AirPods Pro or the Powerbeats Pro, whatever your choice is, or maybe just another headphones altogether. Let me know over at Twitter at Andrew_OSU, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.